On the edge of Prayagraj, there stood an old, forgotten palace. People whispered that it was haunted. The walls were broken and crumbling. The windows were covered with wooden boards, and thick vines covered the entrance. No one dared to go near the palace. It had been empty for many years, left to decay. People said it was cursed. The story went that a king had gone mad and trapped his own family inside the palace walls. Some people swore they could still hear their screams echoing in the night. A young writer named Samir was drawn to the palace. He was always searching for exciting stories. One day, he decided to spend an entire night in the palace. He wanted to feel its spooky atmosphere for himself. Samir hoped the palace would inspire him to write a terrifying new story. As the sun began to set, Samir stepped onto the palace grounds. The air suddenly felt cold, and the only sound was the rustling of leaves. He felt a chill run down his spine. He knew he wasn't alone. Samir walked slowly through the palace's dark hallways. He could hear his own footsteps echoing around him. Cobwebs brushed against his face, and he tripped over things hidden in the darkness. Suddenly, the silence was broken by strange whispers. They seemed to be coming from the walls themselves. In the distance, Samir saw a faint light. As he got closer, the whispers grew louder. He realized the light was coming from a lantern, swinging gently from a hook, as if someone was holding it. He felt a presence nearby. Samir froze, his heart pounding in his chest. He slowly turned around. In the dim lantern light, he saw a figure. It was a young woman in a white dress. Her face was very pale and her eyes were filled with sadness. The woman reached out to him. "Help us," she whispered. Samir's blood ran cold. He realized the whispers weren't trying to scare him. They were begging for help. The ghosts weren't there to hurt him. He was meant to save them.